Hey guys, how's it going? Got two, count them, two Generation Springers right here. On the right hand side, we've got a smaller Deluxe that came out, I think about a year ago. Anyway, I'm going to put him off to the side. The main attraction here, of course, is the very recently released Triple Changer Voyager Springer. And here we have him in his box, obviously. We got some artwork in the front, obviously. We can see Springer there in robot mode. Turn around, continuation of the artwork that's on the front. In the back, we got a blurb about Springer. Got some photos of him, got his tech specs. And we just got some additional artwork here on the other side. And of course, that is going to wrap up the the in-package portion of this. I'm going to go ahead and pause right here, get him out of the box, and we'll see what he's actually like. Okay guys, here we have Deluxe Springer and Voyager Springer in vehicle modes. Now obviously I have Voyager Springer in his car mode instead of his helicopter. So I'm just going to go ahead and just kind of move this guy here off to the side. I only really had him here. It's a size comparison in this mode, so you can see his relative size compared to the other Springer. So just move him off to the side. And, you know, in this mode, he's a fairly good-looking car. He rolls pretty well, as you can see. There's no clearance issues, and, you know, he's just got good rolling action. Go ahead and zoom in on him a little bit so you can see his detail a little bit better. As you can see, he's kind of like a cross, reminds me a little bit of a cross between maybe a sports car and a dune buggy, so maybe he's like an off-road sports car. It's a neat look. I mean, he's pretty well detailed. My only real complaint, though, in this mode, well, it's not really this mode in particular, but really the whole toy, the paint apps here are a bit thin, and you can see the green plastic bleeding through a little bit, which is, I wish they had just went with yellow molded plastic instead of painting the green plastic. That would have looked a lot better. Don't know why they painted it, but say la vie. Another nitpick that I have is, as you can see, the headlights aren't really level with each other. This side sticks up more than this side does. I don't know why. Maybe it's just mine. I don't know if they're all like that, but it's just a bit of a nitpick. It's not a huge, you know, drawback, but it is a little bit of a nitpick. I mean, but overall, very well detailed, and honestly, really good looking car mode. I like it a lot. You know, really nice. And of course, in this mode, you got a few options. You can mount his gun, actually, to his roof. Just pops right in, and that way he's armed in car mode. And his missiles can fire. They're friction based, so you just push this little lever forward and his missiles will fire. They go fairly far. And you can also, if you want, the back piece folds up and you can have it be like a seat. I don't really know who would sit there. I don't have any figures that are really that scale, but it's an option if you like that sort of thing. Anyway, that pretty much wraps up his car mode. I'll be back in a flash to go over his helicopter mode. Alright guys, here I have the two Springers into their wonderful helicopter modes here. And we'll just start off with the Deluxe. Actually, I think the Deluxe looks pretty awesome as a helicopter. It's a really good mold as a helicopter. It kind of reminds me a little bit, if you've ever played any of the like strike games like Desert Strike, Urban Strike, etc. It kind of reminds me a little bit of maybe a culmination of a lot of those helicopters from those games. You know, honestly, I really like the look of this helicopter. I mean, it's really cool. So you can see the blades spin freely. It looks really good. And It's fairly well detailed. I mean, it's just overall a very nice looking helicopter, no doubt about it. And of course, he's got 2 spring-loaded missiles, and as you can see, they fire real easily. That one was a bit of a misfire, but well, maybe that one doesn't fire. But anyway, I mean, just overall, a really nice looking helicopter mode. I really dig it a lot on the Deluxe. It's just real nice. It's got a lot of detail. You know, good paint apps. Just really, really nice. Anyway, that's enough of the Deluxe. I'll go ahead and put them next to the Voyager one, which of course is the main attraction here, just so you can see a size comparison. And obviously, the Voyager Springer is much larger than the Deluxe. So I'll go ahead and move the Deluxe off to the side. And here we have the Voyager Springer. Now, his sword actually becomes his blades. And of course, they spin real easy. And it's a fairly nice looking helicopter mode. Now, if you ask my opinion on which alt mode I like better, I did like his off-road sports car look a little bit better. I thought that was a better done vehicle mode, but this is still pretty good. You know, it's certainly not a bad alt mode by any means. You know, it looks fairly nice. You know, I don't really have a lot to say about it. Maybe it's, you know, slightly inferior to the other mode, but still overall pretty good. Now, there is a feature of this guy that I can't get to work. I've actually watched a few videos on this. You might have better luck than me. You're supposed to be able to actually mount his gun here underneath to give him a gunship look. And I actually can't get this thing to snap in correctly, but I can kind of show you an approximation a bit of what it looks like. I'll just kind of balance it. And that looks pretty awesome. If you can actually get that to snap in correctly, that looks really cool. I love the way that looks. You know, I mean, it looks real nice, no doubt about it. So I'll just go ahead and just finish up here by getting his landing gear back out there, and just kind of giving you a 360 here of his helicopter mode. Like I said, it looks real nice, and I'll put the Deluxe next to him again for the size. Anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap up their helicopter modes. I will be back to conclude with their robot modes. Alright guys, here I have the 2 Springers transformed into their robot modes. And honestly, in their robot modes, it's not even a contest. Obviously, Voyager Springer here looks much, much, much better than the Deluxe version. Now, the Deluxe version doesn't look bad, but compared to Voyager Springer, it's no contest. Anyway, I will go ahead and start off with highlighting Deluxe Springer, though, in robot mode, just so we can get a good view of him. Zoom in a little bit on him, and just go ahead and do a quick 360 for you. And like I said, he's not bad looking in robot mode, but he's not nearly as, like I said, not nearly as good as Voyager Springer. Now, he's got a decent amount of articulation. He's got a foot pivot, bends at the knee, forward, top of the leg, forward, back, in, out, rotates at the top of the leg. Doesn't have any waist rotation because his waist is all kind of just one large piece. He's got shoulder rotation, bends at the elbow, rotates at the elbow, and his wrists can move basically inwards some because of the transformation. And his head's on a ball joint, so that means up, down, all around. But one thing that really is cool about this mold is the head. I mean, that's a really nice looking Springer head. It's really cool. And the sword he comes with, I think, looks pretty darn nice too. Now, as far as his missiles go, you actually have some options for mounting them. You can mount them on his back, or if you so choose, you can actually mount them on his arms as well. It's really whatever your personal preference is. I kind of like to have him on his back. I think that looks a little bit better, but you can arm mount him too. Anyway, that's pretty much it for Deluxe Springer. And just slide him off to the back there. And now we'll focus in here on a Voyager Springer. And I have to say, Voyager Springer, I think, like I said, not even a contest. Worlds better. I mean, he looks absolutely great in robot mode. I mean, that is just one awesome looking Springer. Now, I don't have him quite the official way the transformation is, and I will show that to you here in just a second. What his official transformation actually, I believe, is having these, just bear with me, guys. Having the shoulder pads kind of up and out, and that is a result of they're really trying to go for the last stand of the Wreckers look, but I'm not really familiar with that comic book story, so I'm totally fine with, and I honestly prefer just having his shoulder pads straight down. And really, that's a personal preference for you. Whichever way you like, you can easily have them either way, and it's totally non-obtrusive, whichever way you want to do it. Anyway, he's got a good amount of articulation. He's real posable. He's got a foot pivot, bends at the knee, doesn't rotate at the knee, but he rotates at the top of the leg, forward, back, in, out. He does have waist rotation. His head is basically on a ball joint, so all directions for his head, rotates at the shoulder, bends at the elbow, rotates at the elbow, wrist rotation, and his shoulders can move out. I mean, it's really cool. I mean, he's extremely posable, awesome in robot mode. I can't praise him enough. I mean, he is an excellent, basically example of what a modern Transformer should be, in my opinion. I mean, he is absolutely great in robot mode. I'll go ahead and grab his recent compatriot here, Blitzwing, just so you can see how they stack up to each other. And I think they scale together pretty darn well. You know, great scale for each other. I really like that. Blitzwing's a little larger, and honestly, he should be. And that's just really cool. I really think those two go well together. Go ahead and get Blitzwing out of the way here. And absolutely, I would recommend, without a doubt, picking up Springer. He is an awesome toy. Just really nice, well done. I think Hasbro really knocked it out of the park with Springer. He is a great toy, absolutely. As far as the Deluxe Generations Springer, if you can find them on the secondary market for, you know, a real reasonable price, as in $15 or under, he might be worth picking up. But if he's more than that, I would give him a pass. He's a real pale imitation of Springer, especially compared to the newer Voyager. I mean, he is just real nice. That's pretty much going to wrap this whole thing up. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next time.